The STEM Society.
What's poppin', people? My name is Cole Jackson, and this is the STEM Society. Welcome back. Episode 142 is live. Thank you for joining me. Now, if you like what I do, because what I do is not very easy, I'm a music commentator who give you my hot takes on music news. I give you album reviews. I go down the spectrum of a lot of things when it comes to hip hop, R&B, music in general. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, grow this channel, give me some motivation to continue to do what I do. Also, if you don't mind, get in the comments and tell me what you liking, what you're not liking. The feedback helps me be better at what I'm doing right now. And I usually get in the comments and conversate with you guys. Here recently, I haven't been because I've been juggling my Substack. I've been juggling my Patreon, just trying to give you guys a lot of extra content. So just be patient with your boy. I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna get to you eventually. I think next week I'm gonna dive back into the comments and actually start giving you guys some replies about some stuff that I seen. But just give me a little bit of time. That's all I'm asking for. You know it's gonna be crazy today if I got the turban on. It has been a wild week of things. Let's jump right into the shit with the Geechi Gotti situation. Battle rapper Geechi Gotti got arrested here this past week for stealing pills in Ohio. And that's a sad thing to hear, man. I got the story right here. Let's go over it really quick. According to WLWT, Westchester police stopped Gotti on Interstate 75 on February the 5th. During the traffic stop, an officer allegedly found roughly 3,000 stolen opioid pills. God damn, 3,000 opioid pills? What the fuck are y'all doing? Allegedly, the pills were oxycodone, morphine, and Vicodin. He and 3 other men allegedly tried to flee the scene. So for all of y'all out there who haven't seen the body cam footage, it's on the internet right now. You can see it. They did flee. They gave them a nice little car chase. They got pulled over. I think they hit a strip. Who knows? I know that the cops got out. They didn't shoot first and ask questions second. They actually did it the right way. Thank God none of these guys got shot and killed. At the men's preliminary hearing, Detective Kevin Berger of Westchester Police Department detailed his alleged findings. He said there were a large amount of pharmaceuticals in the car that looked like they came straight from the pharmacy. The drugs that were found were from a pharmacy called the Medicine Shop in Bellevue, Ohio. We believe cash was found as well that was taken from the pharmacy in Petersburg, Ohio. We're looking at over $10,000 to $15,000 worth of pharmaceutical drugs at least. That's what it is to the pharmacy. That's not what it's worth on the streets. So we're talking lots and lots and lots of pills. So with all that being said, it looks like Geechi got in the middle of something to make money. Geechi got me back into watching battle rap. I lived in the Bay Area for a little while, and you know, I'm always gonna love California, bro. California gonna always be in my heart. Geechi is from Compton, so when I heard a Compton nigga was actually doing battle raps, I was so intrigued because I didn't think he was gonna be any good. So I went and watched his battle with Easy the Block Captain. Smoked this nigga, bro. He smoked him. So it's like, all right. I started to go back and look at some other battles that Geechi had done. I seen the battle he did with Sue Surf, and he really got me back active into watching battle rap. Now, I'm not a hardcore battle rap fan. I only know a few names. I'm still pretty casual when it comes to it, but I like the fact that Geechi got me back into watching battle rap. That's another form of the genre that I want to make sure that I keep up with because it's competition at a different level, and we don't have to listen to a lot of soft bullshit that we heard during the Kendrick and Drake battle. So when I go watch battle rap, I'm getting hardcore bars, niggas really going at niggas' heads. It's some real life cool shit. So that's why when I seen this story, it hurt my heart because Geechi's one of those guys, man. Geechi's a great battle rapper. He's held his own against a lot of the best. And for me to see him get arrested over doing robberies, robbing pharmacies and getting pills to have to sell pills to get keep his career going and keep his life going is sad. What's running the conversation right now, what people are talking about is, why is it that battle rappers are always in the middle of some shit and getting arrested? Aren't they getting paid from battle rap? Well, at one point in time, they were getting really good deals through caffeine. I remember the caffeine app being such a big thing, and that was the only way you could watch exclusive battles. I never really got too heavy into it, but I just know that Caffeine was paying these niggas crazy money to be able to move the app. Now, I did a video 2 years ago talking about when Caffeine shut down, and it was just going over the bad business deals they were doing. A lot of the money was being pocketed by the owners. It was just a lot of crazy and dirty shit that was going on behind the scenes of Caffeine, and it had no choice but to shut down. So once Caffeine left, battle rappers were out here like fucking renegades. You know what I'm saying? Just doing battles for like whatever circuits that are out there right now. Currently, there's a lot of circuits, you know. I know Remy has a circuit going on. I cannot remember the rapper who was on Joe Budden here recently who just said he was going to start a battle rap circuit. Was it Wiz Khalifa?
We had a good time. Like it. You know, I grew up with like, you know, Mook, Rex, like, you know what I'm saying? His son, like, that's my godson and all that, like, you know? So it's crazy. Like, I'm still a fan. Still a fan, you know what I mean? And
would you ever consider it?
So that's why I brought it up. Me, Mook, Lux, we putting together a battle league, you know?
I think Lux did mention something to me about this.
Putting together a battle league. So it's the battle rap Olympics. So it's just basically like the ending contenders, and you kind of like represent your region. So, you know, you got Jersey rappers, you got Baltimore rappers, you got Philly rappers, you got St. Louis rappers, you got Cali rappers, you got Texas.
Okay.
You represent your region. It's almost like the Olympics, you know?
Fine.
There are rappers who are actually putting the battle rap circuits together. My question is, are y'all paying these niggas what they worth? Now, a lot of people look at battle rap as something that's super niche. And I can see where that could be, where you come from when you say something like that. And a lot of people on the other end of the screen, or if you're listening to me to Spotify, is probably yelling and saying, how is it niche? That's the rawest part of rap. That's the essence of hip hop. Not everybody fucks with battle rap like that. I'm one of those people. Again, I am a very casual battle rap fan. If you name some people, I can probably say, yes, I seen that battle. And then there's some people I can be like, I have no idea who that nigga is. But I'm saying that because these rappers who are in battle rap currently don't really have side gigs, or they're not super successful when it comes to music. Geechi has made albums, but it don't translate. Like, his success from battle rap don't translate into his album and people buying his music for real. So I can understand. That's one part of me understanding why he's doing what he has to do to be able to survive. Am I excusing it? Not by any means. I'm not excusing it, but I get it. You got to do what you got to do. People don't realize Geechi was doing a podcast at one point in time, and I think that was another way for him to try to get another stream of revenue. Like, at this point in time now, battle rappers just don't get the pay that they used to see. The paydays just ain't there. And I don't know if that comes from us not wanting to fuck with battle rap anymore, or if it's because people don't want to pay. Is the sport dirty? Like, I have a lot of questions that really need answers, because Geechi Gotti shouldn't be in Ohio robbing pharmacies. The nigga is way too good to be doing that type shit. So it's sad to see that. Same with Sue Surf, who's about to get out, I think this year. You know, to see Sue Surf go and get put in prison for whatever happened in his situation is sad. So whose fault is this? And a lot of people are just saying, well, they grown ass men, you know, they should know better. I get that, but isn't it our fault that we put a lot of pressure on these guys to live their raps and live their personas? Like, isn't that kind of our fault for doing that? Because when you're a battle rapper, you can't be weak. Like, niggas, you can't battle rap and then go back and be a teacher, nigga. Like, you can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So is it our fault for putting the pressure on these niggas to have to live their raps? Is it their fault for making bad business deals? Now, a lot of these battle rappers get paid a lot of freaking money. What do they do with it? Are they flipping it the right way? Are they reinvesting it into something else? Like I said before, Geechi had a podcast. It felt like he was taking his name from battle rap and trying to stick it on something and make it go forward, or trying to make moves with it. So is it a situation where it just shit wasn't in motion correctly? What is it? That's the biggest thing for me. What is it? I hate to see somebody like him go down like this, and I hate the fact that he's gonna have to gonna pay, bruh. You can't what they found him with, crazy. That's not gonna look good on him at all. And if I'm not mistaken, if I read correctly in another article, they said that he was on probation when they arrested him too. So not only, you know what I'm saying, you got a strike on you, but shit, bruh, this right here, this gonna knock you off the map for a long time. I'll pose the question to you. Why are battle rappers getting in so much trouble these days? Why aren't they getting paid what they're owed? And is there a way for us to be able to change this? Should we start talking to the people who own these circuits and start actually trying to find a different way to promote? Do we need another caffeine? Is there some other place that's going to be willing to invest? There's a lot of questions out here, man, that need answering. I hope Geechi Gotti gets out of here. Free Geechi Gotti, bro. I hope he gets out of this, the best way he possibly can, because I hate to see a guy like this go down like that, man. It just don't feel fair. How do you feel about Geechi Gotti getting arrested? I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments. Speaking of somebody who needs to get arrested, Gene Simmons from the band Kiss had a lot to say about hip-hop and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
For instance, Iron Maiden is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when they can sell out stadiums, and Grandmaster Flash is.
Right.
Ice Cube and I had a back and forth, and he's a bright guy, and I respect what he's done. It's not my music. It doesn't speak my language. And I said in print many times, hip hop does not belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, nor does opera, symphony orchestras. How come the New York Philharmonic doesn't get the rock and roll? Because it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But he shot back and said, no, it's the spirit of rock and roll. Okay, fine. So Ice Cube and Grandmaster Flash and all these guys are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just want to know when Led Zeppelin's going to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, really? Hip hop is a spoken word art. And you put beats in back of it, and somebody comes up with a musical phrase, but it's verbal. There are some melodies, but by and large, it's a verbal thing. It's rhyming and all that. And I know Eminem can go. I wish him more success. I really don't give a fuck. It just doesn't speak to me.
My problem is when you start saying shit like, I'm not from the ghetto, why is this here? You start blurring a line, and I don't want to make this into a black and white thing, but you're blurring a line, my guy, that shouldn't be there. We didn't ask to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Don't the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame invite people to come? The first induction of hip hop into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was 2007. 2007. Now, hip hop's been around for 50 years. I don't know how your math works, but do the math and understand how long it took for a hip hop act to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And now this guy, who is a rock god, he's not a rock god, somebody who claims to be one of the major stars in rock, feels like hip hop is sullying the name of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And to that I say, why don't we get the fuck out? Why don't we leave? I don't want hip hop to be in a place that is not wanted. I don't want something that I love that helped me grow up be in a place that people are upset about. Because he's probably not the only one that feels this way. He's just the only one that is vocal about it. I think it's a lot of those old G rock and roll niggas that just feel like hip hop shouldn't be a part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But here's the crazy thing. You use us to be able to get a lot of your people on. We are so welcoming when it comes to people who want to be in the rap game for so much and then switch up as soon as they get a little bit of success. You know who I'm talking about. Fuck it, I'll just say the name. Post Malone, one of them niggas. Y'all always use hip hop to be your jumping board for places. Jelly Roll wasn't always a country artist. That nigga started in hip hop. There's a lot of your faves that started in hip hop and that need hip hop to be able to make your shit cool, to be able to give you a name. But sitting up here being upset because hip hop is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is stupid. See, what you don't understand is we make that place look good. we make it look sexy. And that's just that's just something that you guys need, because we can't sit up here and just be praising the Rolling Stones and the Beatles all forever. The fuck out of here with that bullshit. I understand you're taking a stance and you want to be able to keep things the way you want them to be. But once you start insulting another genre or insulting the hip hop culture by calling it ghetto, like we blurring lines and we're getting out of pocket with the shit that we're saying. If you have a beef with what hip hop is doing or where hip hop is taking the space up in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you shouldn't be beefing with hip hop. You should be beefing with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame committee and leave hip hop out of it. And why don't you get with your buddies and your guys protest? Turn your back on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame if it's that bad. That's my thing, bro. Like, throwing shots like that, man, makes a lot of people upset. And it's not going to matter. He is an OG rock and roll nigga who's been through so much, and he don't care about being canceled. We can't cancel him because he's not a part of that generation. But I wish somebody would sit down and just talk to him and let him know, my nigga, it's much more to it than that. Now, on Instagram, I said something and I'm gonna stand on it. We need our own place to celebrate our hip hop legends. I think that we should get together and move out of that shit and actually make our own place in New York. Why not? Why can't we do that? Why do we have to be all inclusive with everything that we do? I'm tired of us being the people who are the doormats when it comes to music. We give the most to music, we get stolen from the most in music, and then we get disrespected the most out of music. Like, it's fucking bullshit how bad people treat hip-hop or still look at it as a redhead stepchild when we're the people who are selling albums. Gene Simmons may have a point about rock and roll being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I just don't like the way he handled it. I didn't like the language that he used, and I really hope that he can figure out one day that it ain't on us that we're in there. It's your buddies, your compadres, the people who made this whole Hall of Fame shit. They're the ones who blame, not us. But when I think about how we should just have our own shrine to our legends, I really wish that niggas like Jay-Z, Nas, and a lot of the talking heads would get together and maybe figure out a place for us to be able to celebrate hip-hop in the correct way. Let's end this episode with more J. Cole news, but instead of us going to his album, let's talk about what's going on between him and Cameron. For those who don't know, Cameron is suing J. Cole because he gave him a verse on Ready 24, and it was supposed to be a swap. Cameron gives you the verse. J. Cole was supposed to give him a verse back, or he was supposed to do an interview with him. After a year and a half, maybe 2 years of trying to call this nigga, nothing came from it. And Cameron got fed up. I believe that he was dodging Cameron. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I believe that shit. But after Cameron got fed up, he decided to go ahead and sue. So this is what's coming from it now. J. Cole's lawyers have filed. J. Cole's lawyer has filed a response. This is what they said. Cameron encouraged and blessed J. Cole's use of his performance as it was to his career benefit. Cameron don't need no career benefit. What are you talking about? The lawyer also went on to say this. It was only after the release of Ready 24 that he began to demand unreasonable conditions never agreed on by J. Cole, or an excessive fee inconsistent with the industry standards for a featured performance, followed by the filing of the lawsuit without notice to publicly disparage Cole as leverage. So here's where I think things got fucked up. These niggas was in the studio, and I'm just telling my side of it. This is how I see it. These niggas was in the studio. Cam told that nigga, or asked that nigga, hey, since I'm doing these favors for you, because Ready 24 wasn't the only time Cameron showed up for J. Cole. If I'm doing all these favors for you, bro, I got a podcast. I need for you to jump on the pod. I want to be able to have an interview with you. J. Cole, being the nigga that he is, was like, oh yeah, you one of my idols. I'll do that shit for you, no problem. Dial in the dream. Because I know J. Cole was not gonna get this nigga a verse. I knew that from jump. And I think they agreed upon this swap with a handshake. It was just a mutual agreement that they did. And Cam did probably one of the worst things that you could ever do in music, take a nigga's word. And that's why we got to here right now. Do I believe that this really happened? Yes. I 150% believe that this happened. Do I feel like it should be playing out like this? No. I'll tell you why. Sometimes, bro, you have to just suck up your pride or suck up your fucking whatever it is, you're being a recluse, and just do shit for people because you fuck with them. Cameron wouldn't have had to go and talk shit about J. Cole if J. Cole would have just picked up the phone and said, yo, all right, cuz, we good. Or just wrote a check out from the jump. You think Cameron's the type of nigga that's gonna do some shit for free? Have you seen this nigga on It Is What It Is? Have you just seen him on Talk with Flea? Cameron is not the nigga that's gonna do anything for free. If it don't come with a bag, he ain't looking for it. He used to say it back in his Dipset days. He's not fucking with nobody who not trying to give him a bag. I hate that we're here, and I hate that we're doing it through court, and I really wish this shit would get dismissed and these two niggas would just come together and figure it out. I think since J. Cole is on this little run of selling his CDs at different places and going around trying to show people, hey man, I'm still a man of the people, I really wish he would just sit down with Cameron and just give him the interview. If Cameron even wants it anymore. I think at this point, Cameron's probably pissed off and he don't want to see that nigga because if you see him, he's probably going to swing on him. But I feel like J. Cole might have did this man wrong. Cameron's not going to make some shit up like that. He's been in the game for too long and he's done deals like this. I'm pretty sure 100% he's done deals like this before. It's niggas like J. Cole who continue to step on shit like this. J. Cole, suck it up, pay the man the $500,000 and be done with it. Because I know you're not going to give him a verse no more, and I damn sure know that you're not going to do an interview with him. But you owe that man something for being able to come out and just doing shit. Because artists doing stuff for other artists for free just don't happen like that no more, unless y'all are really tight. So just give the man the $500,000, just give him the $500,000 and just call it a day. Settle this shit out of court and be done with it because it's going to get ugly. It's going to get real ugly because I already know Cameron is going to respond to this in a very terrible and probably mean way, and J. Cole ain't going to be able to handle this shit. I'm surprised he didn't have any bars for Cameron on this new album, too. I thought he would most definitely say something about a legend disrespecting the king, and now I don't know how to get through these things. Who knows? That was a horrible verse, but shit. Let me get out of here before I fuck up everything else. Look, guys, that's all I got for you guys this week. Thank you for joining me for another episode. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And I'm going to start posting stuff in the community to let you guys know where you can find my Substack or my Patreon. And anytime I do a release, I'm going to start putting that in the community also. But thank you for your support here, man. I appreciate it. Help me grow this thing. I love you guys. Have a great week. Peace out.
She is kind of fucking with my money, but I meant everything I said, and I say it again.